Hey guys, it's Krista with Five Sprouts Family Farm and Sprouted Health Coaching Service. Wanted to put something out to kind of take you guys down the road of where my journey began. I've shared little bits and pieces, but wanted to put it in a little bit more perspective and kind of share with you the journey as I walk through it. As I shared a couple weeks ago, I have recently enrolled in an integrative nutrition program through the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And thus far, I have been super happy with the program. It's been really refreshing to find something that speaks to me personally and comes from a place that's a little bit different than I expected. I did a lot of research on university level nutrition coaching programs. Someday maybe I'll go back and I'll look at some dietitian programs, but there was a lot of schooling involved in those, and I just wasn't quite ready to commit to $50,000, $60,000 worth of schooling to decide if getting into health and wellness coaching would be something that I would really want to do, for that level of commitment. I already went to college once. When I was in my 20s, I studied electronics and computer design. Unfortunately, that program never was completed for me because at the time I was a single mom, and I was probably about 10 credits from completing my program, and they changed the course at the school I was going to. It had two tracks that you could choose from, either robotics, and in our location, the main place we would go from there was to Honda in Marysville and work in the factory line. That wasn't really something I felt drawn to. The second track that they had offered at the time was network engineer track, and that's kind of what I was hoping for, to get into computer networking. And unfortunately, I got an email at the time from the dean that said, hey, we're changing the program, and this track that you've chosen is not going to be an option any longer at this location. And after having a conversation with the dean, I found out that my only option to continue my course was to transfer to the Chicago location. I was a single mom in my 20s, and that wasn't going to happen. And so I just ended up dropping out of the program and never completed. So I had a load of college debt, and I can't say that that education didn't serve me. I worked in IT for about 12 years, I think. And then that's where I met my husband. God takes you down roads where you didn't really necessarily think you'd get to where you were. And so I met my husband working in IT. We both worked for the Port Columbus Airport in Columbus, Ohio. And, one of those serendipity type things. That's where God needed me to go and how he got me there. And yeah, so that's the story of how I met my husband. But back to the integrative nutrition school, so I've already had the student loan debt in my life, and I really didn't want to go back and re-incur more debt and end up in another program that didn't really serve me. So after talking to several universities and looking at many online programs, the integrative nutrition program I found really kind of all encompasses everything that I've always felt strongly about in my journey of health, and how that it's not just one vein. There's multiple branches on the tree of health. And as I'm going through this program, a big piece of what they're offering to the students is you're learning the program and you're going through the program at the same time. So there's a lot of mental work going on because health, A lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of health starts in your mind. And so I've led a rather tumultuous life, and made some crazy choices and been down some crazy roads. And, we all deal with those differently, in our psyche. And I'm finding for me in my journey that this has really been a very refreshing glimpse into my own self. Um, I'm really working through some processes, um, and clearing out some blocks that I really didn't know that I had an issue with. I did, but I didn't know what. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm finding, though, is that I'm taking the time to walk through these steps, and I'm finding places in myself that really needed to be kind of dove into and combed out, right? Like, like some tangles in there. We needed to get those out. So I'm not sure if you follow me personally on Facebook. I've had trouble over the past probably 3 or 4 months, mostly promoting the farm business on Facebook, which seems pretty innocuous, but Facebook has some really strict policies around animal sales. And they also have really strong policies about if you violate their policies. So I had been trying to share our products through Facebook Marketplace and through my own advertising, and I was paying. I was trying to play the game how I thought it was supposed to be played, but they kept moving the goalpost. And I was getting more and more frustrated with trying to promote my business through their platform. So I really became very frustrated with the whole thing, and I came to the conclusion that for me personally, the Facebook ethics, the way they run their business, strongly conflicts with the way I run my business and with my own personal ethics, and it was creating in me severe toxicity. Sounds really stupid, right? Facebook is supposed to be for sharing pictures and beautiful moments and blah, 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 and it was not that. At that point in time for me, it was frustrating. I was thinking a lot of hours. I can't tell you how many. I don't even want to think about how many hours I was sinking into trying to promote what I was doing that I feel is ethical, and I'm trying to play by the rules, and I'm getting knocked down, and I'm getting knocked down. And I found out not long ago that they actually, with each violation, so each time I was posting something to my Facebook farm page, trying to promote the sale of any kind of animal product, meat, eggs, even if I was trying to sell milk, all of those things are considered animal products. Each hit I was getting a violation on was actually decreasing my reach of my business. So I have over 700 people that follow the farm page. I was only getting my posts out to maybe 30, 40, 50 people. And I was paying for these posts. Anyways, this is feeling long, but it was becoming very toxic for me. So as I'm going through my integrative nutrition program, we're talking a lot about things that are blocking you and things that are holding you back. And I just had to make a decision. I have to walk away. I have to walk away from trying to run a business on Facebook, right? Which there are so many people that do it, and so many people do it better than I do. I may come back to that again. I'll probably do a lot of promotion of business through Facebook, especially with the Sprouted Health coaching. But right now, I just got to take some time away. It's like a vacation. So working through these mental processes has been really refreshing. I hope that as I grow through this process and I can share with you and I can bring to you glimpses of myself and my own struggles, right? I am far, far, far from perfect. um, that we can learn and evolve together. Um, I'm going to take you down some of these roads that I'm going down. Let's work through stuff together, and like I shared at the beginning, health is an all-encompassing whole system thing that we, in our American Western medicine, has really left in the dark. Uh, American medicine looks at you like a mechanic looks at a car. Okay, this piece is broken, let's cut it off. Okay, this piece is broken, let's just, replace the transmission. Whatever. They look at it as a mechanical thing, which is fantastic in a crisis situation. If I go break my arm or I sever a finger, I want somebody to fix it, right? It needs fixed. It's broken. But when it comes to a systematic health issue, like autoimmune disorders, I can think of a number of things like diabetes, and it's a lot to think about. But a lot of times the baseline for a lot of that stuff is our body's response. Our body is inflamed, and we need to learn how to work to repair the body system as a whole from a holistic perspective, right? It's not just going to the doctor and taking a pill, right? Like maybe your body's not deficient in aspirin, because I don't know many people whose bodies are deficient in aspirin, because aspirin is not a natural thing for our bodies. Now, you may be deficient in a mineral. Maybe you're not getting enough magnesium in your diet. We're not deep diving into your food that you're eating that you're replacing with an aspirin to substitute. So holistically, I want to try to help people get back to homeostasis. Right? Have you ever heard that word? That's a very scientific word for, it's the basis, right? The homeostasis is the natural things as they want to exist, right? The human body as a whole, most of the time, is a healthy system. And it's like a scale. Like if one side of the scale tips further to the left or to the right, things fall out of balance. So we want to keep that homeostasis at a level degree. And so, again, I am working on that my own self, and I hope that you'll watch me evolve and go through this process, and someday I'll be able to bring the same thing to you, and we'll balance each other, So anyways, that's kind of my thoughts for the day that I've been learning, and I just wanted to share. I hope that you'll continue to follow me and reach out if you have any questions. If not, I'll see you on the flip side. Have a good one.